I just had the most unsettling conversation and I'm trying to like get over it, but I can't. So during the premiere of my latest video, I did a poll asking you like what video I should make next, if it was gonna be the makeup routine or the fashion essentials. And so we're doing the makeup routine first because that's what won. I usually wear this if I'm like going to an event or like going to hang out with someone who I don't know very well. Like I wear makeup mainly to like cover up the blushing happening because I don't want to feel like I look nervous because I do have really bad social anxiety. My main purpose is like armor, pretty much. I have finally found a way to wear makeup that doesn't feminize me and doesn't make me feel dysphoric. That is the routine we're sharing today. So the first step in my routine is Super Saturated from Experiment. This is actually a serum, like a skincare serum. I wear this as like a makeup primer and I feel like it just helps everything like blend in so much more. The texture of it is like crazy, and this is like a very important, oh my god, that got totally in my mouth. This is a very important first step for me because it just really makes my makeup look so much better when I put it on. I also just did like my first photo shoot ever with Experiment, the release merch, and it was like so fun. It was my first time modeling and it was great. Like, didn't think that was on the bingo card for this year, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, the next step in my routine is the Quickie Concealer from Urban Decay. This is in the shade 20 Double N, for those wondering what my shade is. This one just like fits me really well and I feel like, oh my god, I don't know if any of you have this, but like I hate having textures on my hands, so I like put that serum on and now I feel like I need to wash my hands. I don't know what I was saying before. I just use this as like my face product. I've never had a foundation and I never wear makeup enough where I would go through an entire foundation, so I stand by this. And I'm just gonna put this kind of on my cheeks. It's hard for me to see in the viewfinder. Hi! Get it kind of laid down in all the important areas. I use a like beauty blender type sponge. This one's from e.l.f. I used like my fingers for a while and then I rediscovered these and I just freaking love this. I feel like it always gives me such a good finish. And I leave the concealer under my eyes to blend till last because it's gonna give me more coverage if I do that. And really what I'm just trying to do is like give my skin like an even base. And my skin tone is pretty even, but this just covers up like the blushing and such as I described. Now we're gonna blend the under eyes. So I used to do this thing that like every YouTuber would do, which was I would use like a super light concealer under my eyes to like brighten. You don't need to do that. You can just use a concealer that matches your skin tone. It took me way too long to realize that. And it was just because every YouTuber was doing it. And for me, so unnecessary. I do have under eye bags, but like I'm not trying to necessarily like hide that too much. Like I don't care that much. It looks like I'm not really wearing anything. That's the goal. I think for me, like for makeup to be non-dysphoric, it kind of needs to look like I'm not really wearing much. And then my next step is powdering my face. This is a Tarte Smooth Operator loose powder. I really need to get like an adult size version of this. I keep just hoping this is gonna last me. I need to go to Sephora or something. I don't know if they reformulated this, but I really like this powder. It always gives me such a nice finish. I've been having troubles the last couple times I've been trying to use this. But basically I'm gonna just lightly powder my entire face, especially focusing on kind of like right here on the cheeks, because those are the places that I feel like shine more, where I start to sweat when I'm nervous. It's all about the anxiety for me. And I also want to make sure that the concealer under my eyes like doesn't move around. Honestly, have not had any problems with this concealer. My last makeup video was me trying this concealer for the first time and I use it every single time now. Kind of a slay. Thank you, Urban Decay, for your kind contribution to my life. And I also kind of avoid putting too much concealer on top of my eyelids. I think it makes me look weird. Something just doesn't look right. It feels like I would need to put on bronzer on top of that concealer again to make my eyes look normal. And then my next step for my routine, I think in my last video I didn't even do this, which is kind of insane now to me, but I use bronzer. And honestly, my current makeup routine is kind of sun-kissed, which is ironic because it's winter. If I was doing like a winter makeup routine, I would use like a light pink blush. I would like kind of like go like that. I literally do not own one of those because I like don't own that much makeup because I don't really wear that much makeup. Like I wear the same stuff every single time. So this bronzer is from Tarte. It's the Park Avenue Princess bronzer. I got these all like years ago in my Ipsy, so I did not buy these like for the purpose of buying them. Like I got them as samples. I literally don't understand how people like go through entire pans of product. Like I've maybe made my way through one eyeshadow in my entire life, but I guess other people wear like a lot more makeup than me. Okay, we need to figure out how we're gonna do this. So I like to like pinch this brush so it's a little like that, and I really just keep it on the tops of my cheekbones. I find that if I bring it below this line right here, kind of like where my eye bag is, like it just emphasizes my eye bags. And I feel like it looks more obvious that I'm wearing makeup, which adds to the dysphoria. So I try to keep it like as not obvious as possible. And I'm really just like touching the places where I would end up bronzed if I was like tan or something, like if I got a little sunburn. So top of the nose and the tops of the cheeks. And then I'm also gonna kind of lightly dust it on my forehead and around my chin so that it's not just in like across my face. It just looks more natural if I kind of like bring it into the other parts of my face as well. I'm looking tired today. Why didn't anybody tell me? I keep having vivid dreams and then waking up tired. And then if I'm going to wear blush, I wear the smallest amount, and this is also from Urban Decay. This is the Hydromaniac blush in Red Flag. This thing is amazing. So good. And I literally just take a tiny bit on my fingertip, like the smallest amount. Like it's just a dot. I just touched the tip to my finger, and I'm gonna distribute that among the two fingers, and then I'm gonna put it right up here at the top of my cheekbone, so like I look a little sunburned. That's the goal. Once again, doesn't make sense for winter, but let's just pretend I just went on like some sort of tropical vacation. It would make so much more sense if this was like a light pink, but once again, I don't own that shit. So, and as you saw, I also put some on my nose right here. I learned long ago I cannot wear eyeshadow, and I can't really wear mascara without feeling the gender dysphoria, so I just keep it to eyeliner. I literally just have this like random brown eyeliner from e.l.f. I feel like this is like my main part of like my more like masculine vibe with my makeup, and what I do is I just line the lower lash line a little bit. I usually don't really go up into the top lash line. Sometimes I need to even it out a little bit because it looks crazy, but emphasizing the lower lash line. Somebody told me in my comments on like one of my previous videos where I did this that they teach you to do that in like animation for masculine characters. So hey, we figured it out, guys. And so I'm just gonna, this is kind of dried out. Hi. I'm so hunched over right now. I feel like the specific style of eyeliner is like puppy dog eyes or something like that. And sometimes I bring it out a little bit into a little bit of a wing. A wing that just goes like straight out is kind of what looks best with my particular eye shape. And that's the eyeliner. And this is a brown one. I think it looks a lot more subtle that way. If I'm doing black eyeliner, it's because like I want to do like some sort of like punk look. So yeah. So this is the finished makeup that doesn't make me feel dysphoric, but does make me feel a little more confident in those social spaces. I hope this was helpful for you. Like, I know like some of you probably have never done makeup before, or like don't feel like you're good at it. And some of you like might know more about makeup if you're like me and like watched YouTube since you were like 12. But either way, like if you have any questions about how I specifically did something, let me know. It's pretty simple, it's pretty basic, and should be pretty easy. If you haven't checked out my previous video yet, a lot of people really liked it. The comments I got on that video were so nice, and it makes me so happy because I worked so long on it. And by the end of the editing process, I was so sick of looking at myself. Like, it took me so long to edit that shit, but it was worth it. It was clearly worth it. So if you have any video requests, plop them in the comments. Hope this helped. I will see you in the next one. But tonight, no, I should go before you.